Hi, welcome to this episode. And if you're struggling with binge eating and you notice that you go on holiday and you notice that you're not having any intense urges to binge, I want you to think, why does this happen? Why don't we have binge eating episodes when we're on holiday, when we're out celebrating in the beach, eating whatever we want, celebrating, having a buffet breakfast and then a big lunch and big dinner? We don't have intense urges to binge eat. What's the reason why? So I want you to think to yourself, when you're on holiday, what's different with your eating habits compared to what your eating habits were back then when you were at home? Do you have any episodes of restriction? Like, are you trying to avoid certain foods back at home? But in holiday, maybe you're giving yourself full permission to eat the buffet breakfast, the eggs, the omelets, maybe have as many drinks as you want, whatever kind of holiday it is. You're just relaxing, you're much more chill. And I want to share a little story that when I was in university, I was struggling with binge eating, having one meal a day, and then breakfast, lunch, probably just skip it or just have some black coffee to blunt my appetite. So fast forward to summertime, when I finished my university time, then we started going on holiday. We started jumping from beach to beach to beach. And then I was thinking, okay, it's summertime now, and there's only one summertime in the year, or just one little moment throughout the whole year where I get to spend time with my family members, my brothers, my moms, probably some friends also. And now's the best time to eat and enjoy food. There's no point in, I was thinking to myself, of trying to chase weight loss as much as possible, because next is gonna be wintertime when we're all wearing jumpers. So anyway, I was eating whatever I wanted. I went to different restaurants, we went to eat out, probably like McDonald's, KFC, Pizza Hut, and all of these events centered around like going to the beach, maybe dancing, maybe swimming, going for lots of walks, going for lots of hikes. Although there are moments where I was like enjoying the food and just truly enjoying it in the moment, the whole holiday season for me didn't revolve around just food. It revolved around these amazing events, swimming, barbecues, going for walks, hiking. And if we go back to the reason why we don't struggle with binge eating episodes oftentimes in holidays, is because the reason why is because we're not so fixated on food. We're not giving ourselves restrictions. We're not cutting out several food groups. We're not chasing this diet mentality. And we're also so in tune, so in the moment with celebrating with friends, families, and many more. So some of you might be thinking right now, okay, so I recognize that I don't binge eat on holidays, but what is the exact reason why I'm not actually binge eating during the holiday? Well, I'm glad you asked. So we're gonna go straight to the three main triggers of binge eating. And if you've been following me for a while, you'll always hear about this, but it's important to bring this always back once again. So the three main triggers, very briefly. So number one is called physical restriction. Are you keeping yourself hungry? Are you skipping meals? Are you not eating enough calories throughout the day? That's essentially physical restriction, aka simply just not eating enough. Number two is called mental restriction. Are you mentally restricting certain foods? So what this looks like is, sure, you could be eating regular meals, but number two, mental restriction. Do you have a craving for, let's say, chocolate, and then you just ignore that craving, you try to push it back, you maybe have something else instead, you try to healthify it. Maybe you have a banana instead, even though you're not craving it. Maybe you just try to ignore it and you try to drink some diet sodas or blunt your appetite with some black coffee, or maybe just try to drink some water. So that's mental restriction. And number three is the all or nothing mindset. Do you have this mindset of maybe you eat a piece of chocolate and then you think to yourself, oh, I ruined everything. Might as well eat everything all in one go, so I'll have no more temptations for the next day onwards. Or you might be dieting really, really hard, and then the weekend comes and you think, oh, might as well just enjoy the weekend and start again on Monday. So these are the three basic triggers to binge eating episodes. And if you think about it, if we look to the holidays, number one, there's no physical restriction because you're enjoying the holiday. Also, you paid for it, so you're much more likely to eat much more foods and enjoy the foods. So you're eating maybe a buffet breakfast oftentimes. If it's all inclusive, then you're enjoying all the foods in there. Number two, there's most likely no mental restriction. So you're in front of all these amazing foods, and there's this incentive that you did pay for this holiday, you did travel to that place. So let's say you travel to Italy and there's amazing pizzas and you're having a craving for a really, really good pizza. Well, you're in Italy anyway, so you're gonna eat those foods, and you're gonna eat the foods you crave. Croissants, lots of pastries, pizzas, spaghetti bolognese. Number 3, there's no all or nothing mindset. You're not chasing after the future, you're just enjoying in the moment. You're not having this mindset of, oh, I ate this pizza, I'm gonna try to diet and try to avoid pizza starting tomorrow, because you're in the moment. You're being mindful about your food and you're mindful about what you're eating. So essentially, those are the 3 main reasons why we might oftentimes have binge eating episodes. And that's the reason why oftentimes when we go for holidays, we don't have intense urges to binge because we're just so in the moment. I hope you found this little video quite helpful, and if you want to learn more about binge eating recovery, then head to the link in the description wherever you're listening to this from. We need to remember that when we're on holiday, the reason why we don't have binge eating urges is because we're so in the moment. So if you're thinking about restricting at the moment, cutting out food groups, under eating, remember, these are binge eating triggers. I want you to think, how different would my eating habits be if I was on holiday? So, hope you found that helpful, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!